Episode 5 Echoes of the Stage. Hello Cubs, and welcome to a new episode of Cubslog. This is the space where our voices come together, where thoughts, stories, and emotions from all around the world meet in harmony, all for one person we love dear, Woojin. There's something extraordinary about Woojin when he's on stage. It's where his passion glows the brightest, where every note, every gesture, every glance carries that burning but gentle charisma that only he has. Even if you're not standing in the crowd, even if you're watching through a screen from the other side of the world, you can feel it. That spark, that warmth, that something.
And there's something magical about experiencing moments like these in person that stays in our hearts forever and becomes a part of us. The way the lights go down, the bass strums to life, the music sets in, and for a moment, nothing else exists. Just you, the music, and the feeling of connection.
For many Cubs, the Still Dream Tour was a dream come true. And as we approach its anniversary, we wanted to hold space for the moments that still linger. The sound of Woojin's voice filling the room, the joy of seeing him smile on stage, or the quiet ache of imagining it all from afar, hoping to be part of it someday. Let's take a moment to revisit those nights together and hear the echoes that still linger in our hearts.
As someone who hasn't ever been to a concert, I would very much love to be able to go see Woojin someday. But even without this, I thoroughly enjoy concert days. I see Cubs getting excited on the timeline, making plans, meet each other, buying cute stuff to bring to the concert. Their beautiful outfits and everything else makes me so happy to see Cubs like that. The excitement from Woojin and Cubs is such a happiness booster for me. I have witnessed the bounce era in the tour, and I like the way era tiny tour. Those times I will never forget, especially when he came to India for the Bounce album. It was so exciting to see him come here, and just so special to see a person that is my whole world enter my world. From the announcement to him landing here, to fan meets and festival, to his adorable posts, everything was like a kind of fever dream, because it's the first time any of my favorite artists ever came here and seemed so happy to be here. It felt amazing to witness it all, even from afar. I remember the long lines for his fan meets, the organizer people and interviewers falling in love with him, the very sweet choreo he learned and performed of the song Chalea and it going viral. Woojin puts so much hard work in everything he does. The clips and videos of his performances and interactions with Cubs really show how much he loves doing this and how much he loves us. Everywhere he goes, he does such sweet, thoughtful things for Cubs of that place. And it melts my heart, makes me fall in love with him more and more. My favorite show of his is probably the festival he attended in India. I want to attend one of his shows someday because, genuinely, Cubs are the best people. I wanna be surrounded by them while watching my favorite person do his favorite thing, and I think it will be the best experience I could ever have.
Seeing Woojin live on stage was one of the best experiences of my life. I'm so grateful I witnessed him being the wonderful human and artist that he is. On stage he can show who he really is, being his full self. His soul is shining through. I've never seen something comparable. He shines and brings the light to the audience. I was completely mesmerized by his aura. Woojin on stage is a miracle. In My Space is a song close to my heart, but when I hear it at home, I never cry. When I heard it live, I couldn't stop the tears. It was almost completely dark. Woojin sat on a chair. His eyes were closed. You heard nothing but the music and Woojin's angel-like live vocals. The emotions his voice delivered, the pain and loneliness, it directly went into my heart. I couldn't take my eyes from him, and though I heard other cubs sobbing too, and it felt for the moment of the performance, we all shared one heart. In general, Woojin's interactions with cubs are amazing, so funny and cute. Woojin is a whole comedian. He's naturally funny and cubs at the time of their lives laughing and joking with him. So Woojin on stage is always special. When I think of a certain moment, it's a moment with cubs in Atlanta. You remember the cub that told Woojin, "You saved my life," and gave him the sign? Woojin holding the sign, smiling happily and gently at cubs, is something I will never forget.
Unfortunately, I was never able to see one of Woojin's concerts in person. So today I thought I would like to talk about a performance that has touched me a lot and I think is really meaningful, not only to me to watch it, but I think also for Woojin. And I would like to talk a little bit about why I think that is. It is Woojin's performance at the Korea Communications Commission Broadcasting Awards in 2023. Woojin attended this award show to perform his OSTs In the End and Dive. First of all, I think the performance stand out to me because instead of picking any big famous singer or performer, the organizer picked our Woojin to perform at their show. And to me, this shows that they are recognizing and praising his immense talent and hard work, that they wanted him to be part of this event. This made me really happy because I believe it was a great opportunity for him to display his talent and his own style of singing and performing inside of his own country. I hope he will get more opportunities like this to show himself and be recognized more through similar events in the future, while at the same time making and promoting his own music. I think these sort of events can open more eyes towards his own work, internationally as well as inside of Korea. In my opinion, this performance showcases his huge potential as a professional vocalist and performer. The way he delivered the two beautiful songs was filled with so much emotions, and the vocals were crystal clear, and the amount of professionalism displayed was really impressive to me as well. While every one of his performances is always at a very high level, somehow this one felt a little bit different to me. The performance was simply beautiful, and I hope we get to see more of similar performances like this. I feel like, especially for this event, a lot of attention went into all of the details. It's not only the way Woojin was singing, but also the camera work, the editing, the setting of the entire event. Everything came together for a very high quality production, and I really love for him that he was able to be part of something like this. While watching his performance, I just felt really happy and proud of him and how far he has come in his career, that he's able to share his music, if not one of his own songs, but still his OSTs at such a prestigious event, with new people who might get interested in more of his work. I'm happy that we are able to follow his performances. If we are not able to see them live, at least we can witness them through our screen and be part of them in that way. and hopefully one day I will be able to see one of his concerts for myself in person. But until then, I promise I will follow and cheer for him through my phone screen. While I haven't seen any of Woojin's concerts in person, what always impresses me a lot is not only the amount of high quality performances he delivers every single time for us, his fans, but also how aware he is every time he goes to another country. He pays so much attention to the details. He is very respectful towards other people's customs and cultures, and he always puts extra attention into including them into his show. There are so many examples where Woojin is just so mindful of the places he visits. He always makes sure to mention what he liked most. For example, the food, the sights, the countryside he's seen. He includes parts of the culture into his performance, or makes sure that the people in the country that he is visiting are feeling seen and respected by him. And I think that is such a special characteristic of him, and I love him so much for doing this, because in a world where people often experience hate and discrimination, or just get ignored for being from another place or being different than other people, I think him paying extra attention to this and being just aware of who he is talking to or who he is performing in front of makes such a huge difference. And I think we can be really lucky that he is our idol.
July 17, 2022. I attended Woojin's concert in Milan, Italy. It was the first stop of his first world tour, and I was so excited and in total disbelief. I genuinely couldn't believe I was about to see him perform right in front of my eyes. The exact moment he appeared in front of us, we could tell he was nervous but so happy to see many people all gathered for him. That nervousness completely disappeared once he got on stage and started performing. I had no doubts about Woojin's talent, his exceptional singing, dancing, and stage presence, but what really surprised me was the switch in his attitude. That confidence, the energy, and the desire to show what he is truly capable of literally blew me away. Every single performance, from his original songs to the singing and dancing covers, could be described as perfection. The most memorable one will definitely be Still Dream. I can picture myself a year prior to this concert, sitting in my room, waiting for the official music video to drop. I can still feel the tears running down my cheeks as I watched Woojin take his power back. Who would have known I was about to get the opportunity to see him live and be able to express my gratitude directly to him? I'll be forever grateful to Woojin and to all Cubs I've met throughout this journey.
Hello, I attended Woojin's concert in Manchester, August 2022. It was the best night of my life. I came early and heard him singing during the sound check. His voice is so stable and clear. When the program started, everyone was excited to see what he's wearing. Cubs cheered when he entered the stage, looking stunning and confident. Woojin performed with grace, singing and dancing to his own songs and song covers. Each one delivered masterfully, sounding so much better live. His voice is soothing, comforting, and powerful. After each performance, Cubs would applaud with enthusiasm. Many occasions, Cubs sing along as idol and fans bonded with each other. The interaction is awesome. Woojin's magnificent stage presence, visuals, dance moves, and vocals are perfect. The question and answer portion brought me fame as Woojin read my question 2 times and he tried to pronounce my name a few times. Then, at the end of the concert, We line up to meet Woojin at the door of the exit as he gave us his high touch. His hands are so soft. I can't believe that I was standing next to him. He's so kind, sweet, and cool. He's genuinely a nice guy. Truly a memorable concert that I will never forget.
Sometimes I wonder if words will be able to convey everything I feel when I see you on stage. But even though I know they might not be enough, I have to try. There is something magical about watching you in that illuminated space, as if the world were fading away just to let you shine. It is as if time slowed down, just so I could cherish every second of your presence. Seeing you there, so devoted, with your eyes full of sparkle and your body in perfect harmony with the music, it is like watching a dream take shape right before my eyes. When you dance, it is as if the entire universe dances with you. When you sing, your voice penetrates me in a sweet and profound way, as if you were telling a story that is only ours. In every gesture of yours, I find beauty, affection, and an overflowing passion. And that is what makes me admire you even more. You are not just an incredible artist, you are light, you are living poetry, you are the most beautiful definition of presence. And when I'm watching you, my heart warms in a way that can't even be explained. I just know that in that moment, everything makes sense. It's magic. It's love disguised as a performance.
Woojin is undeniably an amazing performer with outstanding talent and a beautiful voice. When he is on stage, you can feel the passion radiating from him. It's like he was born to be there. And especially for him, it makes me so happy to see him fully enjoying the stage again. He has always followed his dream fiercely and never gave up. That makes you question where he takes all the energy to move forward and keep going. I asked myself this too, many times. But when I saw him sing his heart out and hit every point while dancing, I understood. This is it. Moments like these. And I thought, to be able to stay in this moment forever, to always have this thrilling feeling, I could be determined like that too. It was July 2022 when Woojin came to Germany, and I will forever remember it as one of the best times of my life. Everything felt alright. The air was crisp as I walked to the venue in the early morning. The sun was just rising, and it was a scene straight out of a painting. From that all the way to when I then stood in front of the stage. I was vibrating with excitement. All the cups were so nice and they made even the waiting fun. We stood there chanting Woojin's name until finally the lights cut and the bass came to life. And then he appeared with such an aura. It's really hard to describe. He danced with everything he had, completely focused, but with practiced ease, like he was just in his natural element. When it came to introducing himself, however, he became so nervous. He wanted everything to be perfect, but the odds were just not in his favor. The mic was not adjusted properly and kept falling from the mic stand. As he tried to fix it, he became even more nervous. It was completely different from how he was when he just performed. Everyone found it so endearing and laughed along with it. Even when he had to start over with his ment because he kept messing it up. He found reassurance in the reactions of the crowd, and you could see him visibly gaining confidence throughout the concert. One of the most beautiful things I noticed was how attuned he was to the crowd's energy. He didn't just perform, he listened. At the beginning, he tested the waters gently, watching and feeling how we responded. He paid close attention to the atmosphere, so he could meet us exactly where we were. From there, he guided us with so much care, leading the flow of the show like a conductor of emotion. It didn't matter whether the crowd was loud or quiet, playful or shy. He picked up on every mood and adjusted with grace. Like this, we all bathed in his presence like sunlight. And it's not easy to create a connection like this. But he did it, and he did so every time. It felt less like a concert and more like being welcomed in someone's living room. He took us on a journey through genres and emotions, pouring everything into every performance. Even though I knew the setlist, I still waited with excitement for each song. I had never cried to music before, but when he sang Before You Go, I could feel myself bawling. His voice struck something deep within me. Of course, he brought fun too, and with his high energy, dance parts, and a Q&A segment, there was just not enough time to be said. It was more than a concert. It was a gift. The crowd was the kindest I've ever experienced, and it was all thanks to Woojin's warm energy. When In My Space started, we held up banners in response to one of the first self-written songs from him. Seeing his reaction meant everything. Woojin gave us so much love. I'm glad we could give some back, even if his heart already died. From that moment onwards, I was sure and determined I will do my best to fill it with as much warmth and happy memories as possible. Woojin never shows his emotions openly, but he always said that comments help him through hard times. Just a small message can have a huge impact. We could really feel that with this project. For him, who always shows us his sincere love and devotion, it's important to give back. Woojin has given us so much, and I am so thankful to him. Still Dream is Woojin, and it was the highlight at the end of the concert for sure. We all sang our hearts out, and I still miss that moment of singing together, smiling, feeling the vibrations of the music course through my entire body. It was such an unforgettable experience that I decided to go to one more concert of him right after. So I saw him for 2 of his 4 stops of the tour in Germany. But looking back, I wish I would have gone to all 4 of his stops. The feeling was bittersweet when the Bounce tour was cancelled. I got to join the I Like the Way tour through the screen, but I am still hoping that one day I can experience him live on stage again.
To be honest, I didn't know much about Woojin in the past. There wasn't much information about Woojin in my country, so I just wanted to know more about him. I checked social media and I also looked at Cubs' social media. At the time, my daughter loved Woojin's voice, so she recommended his album and I started listening to it. When I found out he was coming to my country for the first time as a solo artist, I was thrilled and I definitely wanted to go. So my daughter and I got tickets. I still remember the shock I felt when he first appeared. His aura, his gentle gaze, his sweet singing voice, and every single one of his gestures were so divine and precious that I couldn't stop crying. I was surprised at myself, but it seemed like my daughter felt the same way. We both cried the whole time. I was so glad I met him. I wanted to thank him for making me feel so happy. When Woojin sat down on a chair and started singing In My Space, I got goosebumps all over my body. Tears overflowed and my vision blurred, because this was my favorite song on his album. I wanted to look at Woojin, but I couldn't, so I just listened with my ears sharpened. His perfect singing voice and his expressiveness have stayed with me so much that I still cry when I remember that time. Woojin has visited many countries to convey his love and gratitude for cups, learning the culture and language of each country and performing songs and dances for them. I think he is a really hard worker. When he came to my country, he covered a very difficult song with smooth pronunciation. I think he has worked hard behind the scenes, but he doesn't show it, so I was surprised by his humility. He is really sincere and generous person who always loves cops from all over the world equally. So I want to respond to that love, and I respect and love him as a person. When I go to his concert, just watching him makes me happy, so he gives me more energy than any expensive beauty supplement or nutritional supplement.
Even long after the stage lights fade and the crowd disperses, the feeling remains. The warmth, the excitement, the connection. That's the magic of concerts. And that's what we've shared here, through the voices of cups from all corners of the world.
And though Woojin is away right now, the memories we've made continue to shine. They remind us of who we are when we sing along. They remind us of the strength we feel when we are together. And they remind us of how deeply music connects us to Woojin, to each other, and to ourselves.
So, whether you've stood in the front row or dreamed from afar, know this: your voice, your memories, your heart, they matter, and they are heard.
더 높은 나라 우와, 우와, 더 멀린 나라.
Noi ti aspetteremo.
Siso Kumela.
Te esperaremos.
Nous allons t'attendre.
On t'attendra.
Nós vamos esperar por ti.
Vamos esperar por você.
Sofrendo por.
私たちはあなたを待っています。
Sini Betty Chase.
Hintayin ka namin.
Wir werden auf dich warten.